welcome to our first ever I Am at Home. I'm Debbie.
Hello, I'm Becca.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Claire.
We hope you're really going to enjoy your time with us. There's going to be lots of things for you to do, so make sure you're ready to join in and have some fun. And keep an eye and an ear out for our young people at Christchurch, because they're going to be helping out too. Now, I think we need to get moving, so get up on your feet and ready to join in with a game that we've got for you. I'm going to hand over to Becca.
Okay, so this game is a little bit like musical statues. So when the music plays, you need to be dancing around, and we want to see your best dance moves. Here's mine. And when the music stops, you want to pick a pose. Now there's 3 poses you can choose from. There's one with your hands up in the air like you just don't care. There is one with your hands on your hips, nice and sassy. And the last one is with your hands down by your side, standing really straight like a pencil. So as soon as the music stops, you need to pick your pose and see whether it matches the pose of one of the young people on the screen. And if it does, you get a point. Now you want to get the most points out of your family or whoever's in your house. Get everybody to join in and don't cheat. It's all about being honest.
I hope you had lots of fun playing that game. I did. Who won in your house? Well, as we said at the beginning, this is our first ever I Am at Home. And we're going to be thinking about the times in the Bible when Jesus said, I am. I wonder, can you think of any of those times? I tell you what, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to see how many you can think of with the people that you're watching this with. I'm going to have a timer come up. So are you ready? Here you go. How did you get on? How many did you get? I'm thinking maybe you might have got I am the light of the world. Maybe you also got I am the good shepherd. Or maybe even you got I am the way, the truth and the life. Maybe you got some others too. Well, today we're going to be thinking about the time that Jesus said, I am the bread of life. Bread. I tell you what, here's another challenge for you. Why don't you see how many different types of bread you can think of? It's time to press pause and put your thinking caps on. Well, we've got our thinking caps on. How about you? Why don't you grab some paper and a pencil and see how many different types of bread you can think of with the people you're watching with. Press pause and put your thinking cap on. All that talk of bread made me really hungry. So I've made myself some toast and I've got my favourite toppings on. Melted butter and lots of Marmite. Lovely. What's your favourite toast topping? Have you got one? Is it jam, lemon curd? Maybe you like Marmite too, or maybe baked beans or something more exotic. Why don't you get an adult in your house to email us in and tell us your favourite topping, and then next time we can see what the most popular is. The email address you need to send the email to is going to come up on your screens now.
Hi, we're going to have a think about when Jesus said, "I am the bread of life." Now, let's read this verse together. Then Jesus declared, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty." Jesus said this when he was talking to some people the day after he miraculously fed 5,000 people with a little boy's packed lunch. Do you remember that story? Can you remember what the boy had in his packed lunch? He had 5 small loaves of bread and 2 fish. And do you remember that after Jesus thanked God for the food, there was enough to feed over 5,000 people? They all had plenty to eat, and there was even enough left to fill 12 baskets. Amazing! We're going to have a think about what Jesus meant when he said, "I am the bread of life." But first of all, can you think about what bread meant to the people Jesus was talking to? What does bread do for us? Chat with the people you're watching with. What does bread do for us? And what did it mean for the people Jesus fed with the little boy's packed lunch? That's great. Bread fills us up. It provides what we need to stay alive. And the people who'd seen Jesus' miracle with the loaves and the fishes definitely had bread on their minds, didn't they? Now, let's think about what Jesus said. He said he is the bread of life. How is Jesus like bread? And what did he mean when he said, "Whoever comes to me will never go hungry"? Press pause and discuss. They're tricky questions, aren't they? When Jesus says he is the bread of life, he means that we need him. Just like we need bread to keep us alive physically, we need Jesus to keep us alive spiritually, so we can live our lives to the full. And Jesus said that if we come to him, we will never be hungry, we will never be thirsty. Bread runs out, but Jesus doesn't. He is always there. He can give life for all eternity, forever and ever, and he will never let us down. Whenever you eat bread this week, try to remember Jesus. Remember that we can trust him to be there for us at all the time. Well, I think it's about time we got moving again, don't you? I'm going to hand over to Claire, who's going to tell us about a song we're going to sing together.
So yes, we're going to get up on our feet and we're going to sing and maybe dance or make up some actions to a song. We're going to sing a song called "Carry the Light." Now, a few weeks ago in church, we were learning about being salt and light. And Debbie reminded us earlier that God said, "I am the light of the world." Now, the best thing about God's light is that his light shines through us. So as we sing this song, I really hope that you remember that God is shining out of you and reaching out everywhere. Now, you might even want to grab a torch or a glow stick or a little light that you can hold in your hand. And as we sing, you might want to turn that light on and wave it round, shining God's light out everywhere. So come on, let's worship him together.